and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't forget about the giveaway. TheDragonSpec.com. Go pick up a giveaway bundle, pair of glasses, or a shift knob, and you can win these beautiful 57 DR gram lights. Look at these gorgeous wheels, 15 by 8 plus 35 offset 4 by 100 in mag blue. Looks so good. I really want to put these on my car. If you don't want the wheels, we are giving 1,500 bucks away in cash if you choose not to take the wheels, which I kind of hope you do, because then I'll be able to put these wheels on my car because I want these so bad. These are my dream wheels, but I'm giving them away to launch Dragon Spec. Only a couple weeks left on this giveaway till the end of May, and we're going to be doing the giveaway. Go get you a bundle now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday upload schedule. If you haven't been paying attention, that's what I've been uploading. And if there's some videos that you have missed for the last 2 weeks, go catch up. I'm trying to grow the channel over here, so make sure you click subscribe, click the bell, and all that jazz. And before we get started on today's video, today we're actually working on the DA, not the Type R. We're finally going to be putting our suspension on the DA, which I'm super excited. It's taken quite a few weeks to get the suspension in. I've been talking to this company since last year about getting suspension for the DA. But first we got to pay some bills. If you'd like a push start or a Ghost Box, which is a Bluetooth audio unit, or even a Ghost Lock, which is a GPS tracking system, which you can cut the fuel pump off from your phone anywhere in the world, wherever your car is, you can get it done. Go to jordandistributors.com, take a look at what they have. They even have main relay conversions with kill switches. If you're looking for something more affordable, if you're looking for something a little bit more reliable and has a bit of security built in, go to jordandistributors.com. And don't forget, one of my favorite new companies around is Resto Tuner. If you're looking for some fresh zinc 10mm bolts to freshen up your engine bay, or all the factory stickers that go under the hood of your golden era Honda and other makes and models as well, go to restotuner.com and check out what they have. They are a bunch of awesome guys that have some really great products, and I've used quite a bit of them on the DA, and we'll probably use some more coming up in the future. But anyway, let's go ahead and swap cars. Let's get the DA into this garage. We're going to pull the Type R out. We're going to be working on the Type R in later videos, but right now, today is all about the DA. All right, so we got the DA back into the garage. We're going to be putting the fresh suspension on, and so let's show you what the suspension is. I'm gonna get this thing on jack stands. So while I do that, check out the footage for the suspension. So just had a guy banging on my door. It was the FedEx man. Finally, what I've been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks, have finally showed up. So I'm super excited. Let me show you what's up. So as you guys know, I have really been waiting on some suspension. I've been waiting on some Fortune Autos for the Da9 Integra. Like I said, I really love the DA, and I've been wanting to put, the best of the best stuff, really get it totally Dragon spec'd out, where it can attack a mountain. So these are the big section of, getting the suspension dialed in 100%. So let's cut the box open and see what they look like. Proper. Oh man. Okay, another box here. Another box. Okay, box now cut open. Wow. Thank you, Fortune Auto. Big shout out to Fortune Auto. These were not free. I've heard nothing but amazing and good things about Fortune Auto. I really haven't heard anything bad about these coilovers at all. And when I was searching, like, what's the best coilover to go with, so many people recommended Fortune Auto. So here's a little bag with all the tools and stuff we're gonna need. A couple of shirts. They gave me their chubby boy size too. Can always appreciate the swag. Time to open these bad boys. I can tell this is a rear. That's a front. This is a rear. Okay, good. So we looking good, we looking good. Let's open up a front. What do you think? Oh, now that is a coilover. Nice coilovers in my day, but jeez. Now, basically, I wanted to go with their Fortune 500 series which has 12K in the front, 6K in the rear, I believe. So we're gonna hope that this is plenty to deal with the DA. All right, so we've got old girl up on jack stands. We got her high enough off the ground. I'm also going to be trying to install the HKS exhaust. That's why I have it up so high. We're going to be swapping out the coilovers, obviously, for the Fortune Autos, and we're going to be installing brand new Skunk 2 upper control arm camber kits. That's because the camber kits on this car are kind of eBay and they're worn out, need to be replaced anyway. Everything else is pretty much brand new. Yeah, first thing we need to do is get the wheels off, and then we'll start to tear the suspension off. All right, first thing we need to do is start to bust these 14s loose. So before we get to the coilovers, we're going to get to these Skunk 2 upper control arms here. And I picked them up actually a couple months ago. So here's our Skunk 2 owner's guide. We've got brand new camber kits here. So we're going to throw these on. We obviously are going to have to get in alignment after installing all of this. But the main thing is trying to make sure that we get it installed so that, you know, the car doesn't drive insane on the way to the alignment shop. We're going to get these on. We've got to pull these off, obviously. If you've ever done these, it's just this bolt and that bolt. And of course, the upper control arm, the ball joint's pretty beat up here. So we're gonna be replacing all that, cleaning it up, and going from there. All right, so here's our suspension that we pulled off. Function Form Type 2s. They are for an EF chassis. And you can see the difference in the rears, how tall that they have to be. This was as tall as I could get it for the rears, and that's why I'm super excited about these, because these are purposely made for the DA. It should give me plenty of length on this, give me the ride that I'm looking for. These are good coilovers, but not right for the DA, and I've always had, you know, a desire to get a good set of coilovers on the DA from the get-go. These have been, like I said, on order / talking to Fortune Auto since last year, and you know, because of COVID and everything, things have been backed up, and racing season and all that type of stuff takes time. So as we take a look at these Fortune Autos, I can say that they are absolutely gorgeous. The construction is phenomenal. I can't wait to see what they feel like on the road. The function forms are a bit bouncy. I'm hoping if we can cure that, then the car will handle amazing. If you're interested in some high-end, really high-quality suspension, go to fortuneauto.com. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with them. But you can also wait for the review video when I actually take a ride on these. Also, I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys that if you like the stance or the ride height before, you may not like the next ride height, because my plan is to get it up in the air a little bit higher. It was squatting too low in the rear for me. I don't like tucking tire, in my personal opinion. I like to have a little bit of fender gap, because one, I'm not sure if we're going to end up rolling these fenders. These fenders and rear quarters have not been rolled. I definitely don't want to damage them, but I may need to roll them in the future. Again, I do like a little bit of plushness, ride height, and I don't like being super low to the ground, because there are some roads in this world that aren't meant for oil pans, and I'm not looking to destroy that, or front lips for that matter. All right, look at these beautiful Fortune Auto coilovers. They're absolutely magnificent. I mean, the construction, the quality, everything about these is phenomenal. These are 12K in the front, 6K in the rear. I was looking for a street setup. Everybody that I talked to recommended that this was the best thing to go with, especially with a rear sway bar. Like I said, I don't like too stiff. I want it to be streetable and somewhat comfortable. Here's the Fortune Auto certificate of assembly, built by Kenny on May 2nd. So they got these out to me pretty quickly. You got the serial number, you got the tools, everything that you need, some stickers, things like that. So this was the rear of the vehicle before. This is completely maxed out. We're gonna see how tall we can get these, and we're going to start from there. I'm looking for maximum height at this point, but we're going to stretch this out and then see what we can get. All right, to give you a good example, you can see that the bottom of the cups have been measured out the same as the top, but you notice the spring is a little bit shorter. So I tightened this preload hand tight. They're barely just on there, which I think is good. So I'm just, like I said, hand tightening the preload, and you can see how much difference that's giving us. and then we're going to put them on the rear and see what we got. All right, so we've got the coilovers taken care of. All of the preload has been set by hand, just hand tightened, and then we're going to get them on the car here in a minute. But first, we got to get these upper control arms off. Normally, what you do with these is you hit what it goes through on the actual knuckle. So there she goes. Okay, something that I want to show you guys here. This is the upper control arm from the other side, the passenger side. Same thing on this one. If you notice, this cocks, you know, to the left a little bit more, and that actually is pretty good, because what that's going to do is actually give us a little bit more caster, so that the wheel has help returning to the center. You know, when I was driving this thing, it had a little, you know, stiffness where in the steering it would kind of stay where it wanted to. It would return to center, but not as quick as maybe you want. And I think that's because of, you know, this cheap camber kit here. That's why either staying stock or OEM, or making sure you get a high quality one, is so important, because caster, which is literally, you know, there's a little bit more to it, but caster is this angle leaning backwards. So if this, the more that this leans backwards, the more that your steering wheel is going to naturally want to return to center. So just FYI on that. Also, I don't have these super tight. I have them just snugged up so that there is some movement. All right, we've got the camber set where we want. It's not all the way out. We are leaning in a little bit. So what we're gonna do is take the jack, get this tight, put a cotter pin in it. All right, I think we're gonna start actually on the front as far as install. Now you can see how much where we were and where we're at. I wanna go up in the front, but I don't think this much. So you can actually see that we've got this bottomed out. I'm gonna go ahead and match this one. And that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. If you notice, the cup sits a little differently as well. It's probably about the same. I may actually end up going up a little bit, but we're gonna fit these on, take a look and see where we're at after we get it on the ground and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and match this one up to that one, and we're gonna install. All right, so we've got this gorgeous coilover installed. Now it's time to put our fork in. So we got our fork in, and you can put our bolt in. I'm gonna hand thread this guy in here, make sure she's threaded so she's not messing with anything. All right, we've got the coilover installed with the camber kit. We've got the cotter pin in, everything is nice and tight. Proper way to do this is to jack it up, compress all the suspension, then tighten all the bolts, and that's what we got here. So just knocking it out, looks beautiful. With the multitude of coilover videos, installed videos, there's no reason to sit here and show you every little tiny step of the way. And if you're wondering why I didn't choose something like max speeding rods or something like that, it's because I really want the performance end on the suspension. Max speeding rods is okay for, you know, just running around the street, but if you really want to get some good handling, spirited driving, and you want the car to be tip top as far as taking corners, you definitely need some serious proper suspension. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get this thing on the road. So let's go ahead and get this knocked up. Starting to run low on a little bit of battery life here. So we've got the fork compressed into the coilover. So now we can crank the 17mm bolt that's going through right here. All right, just hit the bolt. She's good to go. Everything done on the front. Now it's time for the rears. All right, so we've got our coilovers installed. All right, so this is where we're gonna wrap the video up. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you've been giving me. Don't forget, we're trying to do a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday upload schedule. So if you wanna find out how these coilovers ride after we get it onto the ground, get an alignment done, the next video will be up on Wednesday. Type R will be returning eventually. We're gonna be working on more stuff with that. Thank you guys all so much for the support that you've been giving me through thedragonspec.com. It's a huge dream come true, and I really appreciate it. The giveaway is going only like a couple more weeks till the end of this month. There's not a whole lot left. If you can, get your order in now, and you'll be registered to win first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place. If you wanna know more details, go to thedragonspec.com. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget, I will be at Classic Hondings on the Dragon, October 8th and 9th. Lots of people are coming, LHT, as well as a ton of the other guys that are coming. It's going to be a huge year. It's year 7. Hope to see you out there. It's going to be a great time. Big shout out to Fortunato today for helping the channel out and getting me what I think is probably the best suspension on the market. We'll find out more when we get to review it in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. See you next time.